All right, what's up guys? This is my first archery video. Okay, so if you want to get into bow hunting, there's probably there's a few things that you're gonna need to get if you don't have them already. The first thing that you're gonna need is a bow. So this is the first bow that I bought. I paid, I think, $60 for this on Facebook Marketplace. And this is a Cabela's laser mag. Now, this bow is so old that I could not even find strings for it. It needed new strings, so I was like, I'm gonna, instead of spending $300 on a bow, I'll just continue to use this for my first season and see if I like it. Well, lo and behold, I could not find any strings for it at all, anywhere, on any website, because we can't figure out exactly what maker this bow is. This bow is a Cabela's brand. We think it's a PSE. And like I said, it's called Laser Mag. Not a bad bow. I mean, for being, 25 years old probably, this thing still has got a lot of force on the arrow. I enjoyed it. It got me hooked in archery. But, even something like this would do if you're just getting started. This is the old bow. And it's old technology. I mean, the cams are itty bitty tiny on both ends. I think that this is a single cam bow. I don't know because I don't even know what the manufacturer is. It just says Cabela's Laser Mag. But it's got a sight, it's got a whisper biscuit on it. It's got a D loop for your trigger and everything like that. So it wasn't bad to get started. It's what got me hooked. So you're gonna need a bow. Be prepared to spend anywhere from $160 to $2,000. You can make anything expensive, but your most expensive portion of bow hunting is going to be your bow, your initial investment. So the bow that I am using now is this is it right here. It is a Bear. This is a Salute. I got this winter, I think. My fiance bought this for me because she found it on eBay and I got a really good deal on it. And so she just went ahead and bought it and I paid her back when I had the money. But this is a Bear Salute. This is a 60 to 70 pound. They call it a beginner intermediate bow. I maxed this thing out on weight and took it to an archery shop and had it weighed, and they weighed it at 60 pounds on string, maxed out. Which, if it says 60 to 70 pounds, you're gonna have your guys that are upset about that. You're gonna have your guys that are okay with it. I'm a guy I was my first season, so cool. I'm good with 60 pounds. I think they say that you only need like 40 pounds behind an arrow to kill a deer. So I took this out this year. And got my first deer, which is awesome. On your bow, you want to get a compound bow or you want to get a crossbow. I don't know anything about crossbows, but so you've got your cams, you've got your strings, you've got your cables, which are these two strings right here. You got your sight, and this is a compensator. It dampens the vibration in the shot, and it also evens out your weight when you have it in your hand like this. It kind of lets the bow fall forward. And when I do a later video, I'll get into why you want the bow to fall forward when you shoot it. This is going to be the first thing that you're going to need to get if you're going to want to get into bow hunting, obviously. The second thing that you're going to want to get is a trigger. This is a trigger right here. It wraps around your wrist. And it's got little alligator jaws right there. And you can see that because chomp, chomp. All right, so this is a junk one. This is the cheapest True Fire wrist trigger that I think that is on the market, and it showed it. I don't know how many times that the string popped out of here and I didn't even get a folder on it. I literally lost like 3 arrows out of my backyard because these jaws were not strong enough when they were closed to hold the weight of my bowstring. So that's what it is. This is the one that I use now. This is a blackout trigger. It obviously wraps around your wrist, and then it also has jaws. These have adjustable jaws. This one is very much better. I've never had a problem with this one. The brand on this is Blackout, and a little bit about Blackout. I use Blackout arrows too. Yeah, they're Blackout arrows. So Blackout brand is the child, it's the offspring of when Cabela's and Bass Pro Shop merged and became Cabela's Bass Pro Shop Cabela's. They're the same company now. They used to have a Cabela's brand, and we only have a Cabela's here in Wichita. But they did away with the Cabela's brand and went to Bass Pro Shop brand, and that brand name is called Blackout. So it's a little bit, obviously, in price, it's a little bit cheaper. It's still fantastic products. I love Blackout products. This thing is great. The trigger itself, even this screws in and screws out so that you have the right relief on your trigger finger, so you can hit wherever you want on your finger. You can screw it in or you can screw it out, and that way you can get the right press on the trigger, whatever kind of press that you want, wherever you want it on your finger. It goes around your wrist. If I can get the damn thing on. All right, it goes around your wrist, and you hold it like this. Then you would clamp the jaws shut on the string, draw the string back, and then when you fire, obviously it just lets the string go. That's your trigger. The other thing that you're gonna need to look at is arrows. So this is where it gets, I mean, this is where you can really nerd out. Like a lot of guys that I shoot with, they nerd out on ammo and loads and grains and all this other stuff. I'm a cork popper. If I could throw it in my weapon, I'm gonna bang it. The arrows that I bought this year for hunting, and since these are from last season, I'm going to use them this year for my target arrows and everything like that. But these are the Blackout X3 Hunter. Turn it around. It's the X3 Hunter. Okay. This is like I said, it is a Blackout brand. This is the Bass Pro Shop brand. They are carbon fiber, blazer freaking fletching on them. Fantastic arrows. The difference between these arrows and the arrows that you can go buy at Walmart, that you can go buy at Academy, that are just loose, is astounding. These things fire straight. Also, on my first deer, I got a complete pass-through and did not damage the arrow at all. As a matter of fact, wait one. This is the arrow that I actually shot my first deer. It still has blood on the fletching and little pieces of hair, fur from the deer from where it passed, actually went all the way through the deer. It was laying on the ground behind the deer before the doe even moved. So great arrows. These are about $50 for 6. Worth it. And that's $49.99 a box, I believe, is what they run, but it's totally worth it. They're a straight arrow. They shoot straight. They're very strong. Like I said, I had a complete pass through. You want to spend a little bit of money on your arrows. You can get away with getting a feel for your bow in the backyard with junk arrows. Mossy oak arrows from Walmart are really what I use. Don't use aluminum, because aluminum bend up like crazy. They're stupid weak arrows. You get a carbon fiber shafted arrow. The next thing after that would be your broadhead. These are obviously hunting broadheads. This is the Montac G5, which is a fixed blade broadhead. Mechanicals expand on impact when it hits the animal. These are fantastic broadheads. A lot of guys are like, oh, well, it's only an inch and a 1/16 pass through. There was literally a hole, 1/1/16 wide, all the way through the deer. It was unbelievable. It was literally like someone turned a blood hose on after I hit her. So these 1 3/4 or 2 inch freaking cut path broadheads, you don't really need it. The other thing that you're gonna need are target tips. They're called bullet points. This is what I have right here. They're Allen bullet points. These are 100 grain, actually 125 grain. So you put those on there for target shooting, and you want to match your hunting broadhead with the weight of your bullet point for target shooting in your backyard or wherever you're going to do it. That way, when you get into hunting season, you're not dealing with a lighter or heavier arrow, which would make your arrow shoot different, either higher on the target or lower on the target, depending on weight. Less weight would be higher, heavier weight would be lower, a more trajectory on your arrow. That is basically what you're going to need to get started hunting. Oh, besides a target, the other day I posted the target, the Rhino target. That target was $49.99 at Cabela's. It's a great target. I love it. I made the stand if you want to make a stand for your backyard or wherever you're going to shoot your arrows. But that's basically everything that you're going to need. So you're looking at an expense, just initial expense of probably about $450. You can get a good bow for 300 starting out. If you want to get like an intermediate or higher, more advanced bow, you're looking rapidly at increasing that number pretty drastically. Arrows, it doesn't matter. If you get these X3, they're about as low as you want to go on the hunting arrow end. $49.99 for a half dozen. They'll cut them for you right there at Cabela's if you go to Cabela's. To length. Make sure that you get measured when you go get your bow. Make sure that they fit you to your bow. If you're not fit to your bow, you're not going to be able to sight in your bow. We'll get into the sighting in and everything in a later video. I just wanted to let you know everything that you're going to need if you wanted to start right now. So you're not looking at a whole lot of money. It's not, you know, go out and spend $100 and you're ready to go. You're going to spend a little bit of cash, but it's totally worth it. I got hooked to this almost instantaneously after I shot my second or third arrow. I was like, oh, this is freaking cool. All right, I need to be doing this. My inspiration to get in was Joe Rogan, Cam Haines, John Dudley, Andy Stump. Those guys are the podcasts that I listen to, the Meat Eater shows and podcasts that I listen to. I was just like, you know what, I want to give that a shot. I shoot all the time. We have a defensive tactical training company, a buddy of mine and I. So I do that all the time. I'm going to get into a different aspect of shooting something accurately at a distance from me. So I got into it. I love it. Hunting is great. Check it out. Go to Cabela's. You can find everything that you need there, or a Dick's Sporting Goods or a Academy. They have a lot of good stuff too. If you have any questions or anything about any particular piece of gear that you would need, shoot me a comment down below in the comments. I will leave links in the description to all of the stuff that I have. In a later video, we'll get into sighting your bow, camouflage, that kind of stuff. How to get your hunting license if you don't already have one. Maybe a little bit about the season, which, by the way, if you're a bow hunter, you can hunt all season long. It's the longest season out there. Thanks for watching, guys. Please like and subscribe. Drop any questions or comments in the comments area down below. And like I said, I'll put all that stuff in the description. That's about it for this video on Fletch and Fin, which, by the way, this would be the Fletch portion of Fletch and Fin. Thanks a lot, guys. Stick around for my next one. Oh yeah, remember, like and subscribe. Share these videos with your friends, guys. You guys are amazing. I'm working on a giveaway, and we're going to work out some kind of deal here to where if I get a certain amount of views or something like that, might be the first person to show it to Academy or Cabela's and drop my channel name, and you might get something for free. Later on, guys.